doing this YouTube video, Lennox Elite series. Furnace has been kicking off this winter. I cleaned the filter, that wasn't the problem. I looked at the little light down here on the control panel, and it showed like it was double green, blinking, normal operation, and so I was still perplexed. Got down here, listened to it run with the control panel off. It fired up just fine. I'm looking at that little window. I see the heating element start the flames burning, and I saw the little flame sensor working. I even cleaned that with little steel wool carefully just to make sure it was clean. It was clean. This thing's only about 4 or 5 years old, I think. And then the next thing I did was I kicked it off, kicked it back on again, and I noticed there was some water sloshing around inside this, and that doesn't sound good. And that basically is the thing that fans the like spent fuel gas type stuff on out the exhaust line. And so, well, I guess there's this little pipe, this tube right here. See, it goes all the way over here and kind of goes in there, and that drain line was all clogged with sludge, and I guess that's pretty common. So it comes off real easy. You just pull it down here, and you also pull it off of there, and it's just a really soft hose. It comes off real easy. Then you go to the sink and you squish it and clean it all out and get a bunch of slime out of there. But I still heard water sloshing around in here, and this was kind of wet right here. Well, I hooked everything back up. I went ahead and unscrewed, oops, let's see, show you what I did. Unscrewed this right here so that this would come off, and I took these 4 screws out around this thing, just 4 long screws, and then this whole thing came off. It popped down out of there, and then I can drain it. I drained it into a bowl that I had on the ground, and I had a towel draped so I can get everything wet, and there was a whole bunch of water that came out of here, this bottom part right here, and there was also a bunch of sludge that came out of here. I also took this clip, pushed that together, and pulled this rubber trap off, and it had a bunch of sludge in there too, and I drained that out. Rinsed it all out, put it back on there. Everything goes on by hand except for these screws, and then I screwed them back in, and I screwed that back on, and now I'm about to test it out. My expectation is it's going to work just fine, and that's the end of this video.